Good morning, students. Today, our topic for discussion is fabric available in the market. Now, primitive man made use of leaves, barks, and skins to meet the basic need of protection. One of the basic needs of human beings is clothing. Our apparel is very closely associated with our personality. It reflects our individuality, enhances our beauty, provides comfort, and expresses our social status. A vast variety of fibers and fabrics are being manufactured to enhance the beauty in terms of looks, texture, durability, draping, and customer appeal. Now children, herein you can see different kinds of fabric. Now what are the socio-psychological aspects of clothing? Clothing helps in perception of people. Clothing creates the first impression. It tells the observer something about the wearer. Clothing affects behavior. We use clothing terms to describe the job. The laborer wears work clothes, a fireman wears his uniform, executives wear formal clothes, etc. Choice of clothing varies due to values, interests, attitudes, and moods of people. Now herein also you can see some fabrics. Now purchase of clothing. It includes attributes of the garment itself, attribute of individual satisfaction, and interest and values in clothing. First, attributes of the garment itself. This would include pattern, color, fiber, and its properties, weave, price, style, shape of collar, etc. Attribute of individual satisfaction. This includes ease of care, durability, appearance, performance during use like working, holding, etc. Also, climatic conditions in which one lives affects the choice of garments. Some places are very humid and hot while some are cold and windy. The fabric and pattern of the garment should be selected accordingly. Interests and values in clothing. An individual who is conscious about his looks and physical presentation may be interested in clothing mainly from the point of view of creating an impression. Some professionals need to look very sophisticatedly dressed up. For example, staff of hospitality, hotel industry. Another individual may be interested in practical considerations like comfort, durability as related to price. Now we'll study about some terms in this chapter like fiber, fabric, and yarns. Now what is a fiber? Fiber is a very fine hair-like basic unit of all textile products. Fabric is a product made from yarns. And yarn is a continuous strand of textile fibers, filaments, or materials for knitting, weaving, or otherwise intertwining to form a textile fabric. Now classification of textile fibers. They are classified into staple fibers, filament fibers, and yarn. Staple fibers. These are fibers whose length can be measured in centimeters or inches. All natural fibers are staple fibers except silk. Now filament fibers. These fibers have continuous length measured in yards and meters. All man-made fibers are filament fibers. Silk is the only natural fiber which is a filament. Filament fibers have the advantage of being available in both staple and filament form. And yarn is composed of textile fibers. The different methods by which these fibers are joined create the variety of yarn structures available to fabric manufacturers. Herein also you can see different kinds of fibers. how they are colored. Now, properties of different textiles. First we come to cotton. Cotton is a very popular fiber grown in India since 3000 BC. It is found on the surface of cottonseed in the form of hair. The characteristics of cotton are, it is a flat ribble-like structure which is twisted 150 to 400 times per inch. It is a staple fiber from 1/8 inch to 2.5 inches, usually white or may vary from cream to brown. It has very little natural luster. It is moderately strong, has low elasticity, absorption power is good, burns readily with a smell of burning paper. Ironing temperature is 400 degrees Fahrenheit to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Concentrated acids damage it, but alkalis do not harm the fiber. It can be dyed. Now the uses of cotton. It is an ideal summer wear. It is extensively used as medicated gauze for bandages in clinics. It is mixed with other fibers to make corduroy, denim, poplin and organdy. It is used in the tire making industry. Next comes linen or flax. It is a bast fiber. Now what is a bast fiber? It is obtained from the stem of the plant. Now characteristics. Under the microscope, it looks like a long thread-like structure of uneven diameter having nodes and horizontal crossings at short intervals. The fiber length varies from 6 to 40 inches. Color varies from yellowish buff to grey. Luster is more than cotton. It is stronger than cotton, has low elasticity than cotton. Absorption is higher than cotton. It burns with a smell of burning paper. The ironing temperature ranges between 450 degrees Fahrenheit to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. It is destroyed by strong acids but has high resistance to alkalis. It can be dyed like cotton. Now the uses of linen. It's a good summer wear and is used as good table linen. Now silk. Silk is a protein fiber obtained from silkworms. Silk is called the queen of fibers. The characteristic of silk. It is rod-like structure with smooth edges and non-uniform diameter as seen under a microscope. It is the only long filament fiber, the length of which varies from 1300 to 2000 feet. The natural color varies from yellow to grey. It is a highly lustrous fiber. It is the strongest natural fiber but becomes temporarily weak when wet. It has good elasticity. It has good moisture absorption. Silk burns with the smell of burning hair or burning feather. It is not damaged by most of the acids. Silk fibers can be dyed at lower temperature with acid, direct, basic and vat dyes. The uses of silk. Used for making expensive and costly clothes and apparel. It can be blended with other fibers. Next comes wool. Wool is one of the very important animal fibers. It is obtained from sheep in the form of hair from its head, back, belly, legs and shoulders. The characteristic of silk. Under the microscope, wool fiber is a rod-like structure with uneven diameter. It is a staple fiber, the length of which varies from 1 to 20 inches. Usually white but may vary from grey to brown. Has little or no luster. It's a weak fiber but further loses its strength temporarily when wet or moist. It has very good elasticity, hence negligible wrinkles appear. It possesses good absorption power and hence dries slowly. It burns with a smell of burning hair or burning feather. The ironing temperature is 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Wool is not easily damaged by dilute acids. However, concentrated acids may harm it, but it is easily damaged by alkalis. Acid and basic dyes are used for making it color fast to washing and sunlight. Now the uses of wool. Small fibers are used for making coarse fabrics called woolens. Longer fibers are used for making finer quality fabrics called worsteds. Wool can be blended with other fibers. So children, today we have studied about the different kinds of fibers, their characteristics and uses. So thank you and have a nice day.